Are you planning to remodel, increase service, or add a new appliance to your home? These types of projects can require updates to your existing gas or electric service or meters, and will require a BGE change request prior to the start of your project. In this video series, we'll review types of projects that typically require residential modification and relocation, what you can expect to see if a change or modification is needed, situations where costs may be incurred from BGE, and the 5 phases of the change and modification process. Residential change work includes any change to existing BGE services or meters. The following projects are examples which will likely require residential modification and relocation. Remodeling, rehab, or reconditioning projects. Temporary service for construction. And adding any structure near the existing service or meter. Coming up, what steps you'll need to take as the homeowner and what you can expect from BGE. Changing, relocating, or upgrading your service and/or meter takes several steps on the part of you, the homeowner, BGE, and your contractor. As a homeowner, you should consult your contractor for project details. Call Miss Utility at 811 to locate your existing gas and electric service before embarking on any projects that could affect your utility services. And submit a residential modification and relocation service application through BGE.com. Service requests associated with barns and detached garages should use the BGE Commercial and Industrial Project application. BGE's residential change work will vary by project, but can include changing or relocating a meter and service, relocating an electric overhead service underground, relocating BGE equipment like a utility pole, guy wire, or pad-mounted transformer, and anything that increases the service load. In general, customers will incur no charges from BGE for the following projects: adding standard appliances or upgrading a meter or service. Expect charges for the following services: relocating a service and meter, relocating electric overhead service underground, relocating BGE facilities like a pole, anchor, or transformer, and requesting temporary services. There are also charges from BGE when you increase the gas load for non-standard appliances like pool heaters, generators, fire pits, or tiki torches. Coming up, we'll discuss the 5 phases of the residential change process: the initiation phase, design phase, scheduling phase, construction phase, and the connecting restoration phase. If you believe your project requires more than a meter upgrade, your first step will be to consult with a contractor to verify the project scope. Then, if necessary, call 811 Miss Utility to have your underground utilities located on your property. Submit the BGE modification and relocation application to BGE at siteplans@bge.com. BGE will review your application for completeness. If necessary, a BGE rep will contact you to request more information. Once your application is accepted and complete, you will move on to the design phase. If BGE determines your project only requires a meter change, BGE may process your request with just a photograph from you and not require a site visit. If further details are needed, a BGE designer will come to your home to gather information. You can expect the design phase to take 2 to 6 weeks. At the end of the design phase, You will need to sign and return documents the BGE designer sends to you. These can include the final design print, extension relocation contract, and the right-of-way agreement. ERCs must be paid prior to scheduling projects. Once signed, these are binding agreements. Any changes you want to make afterward will go through a revision process. Your contractor can begin work and get any city, county, or town inspections required. BGE automatically receives the approved inspection from your local municipality. Once BGE clears all requirements applicable to the job, such as payments or signed documentation, your project will move into the scheduling phase. BGE will provide you with a proposed week of date for any work to be performed by BGE. The week of date means that sometime during that week, BGE crews will arrive at your site and perform change work. You should receive a call from the crews prior to the actual day they will arrive. Schedule a private utility locator to mark your private utilities the week prior to BGE's visit, if required by BGE. Private utilities include things like water and sewer lines, private lighting, invisible fences, sprinkler systems, and oil tanks and associated lines. Please note that Miss Utility does not mark private utilities, but you are not required to have private utilities marked for meter-only changes. During the construction phase, BGE will perform work outlined during the design phase. Your contractor will need to be on site with BGE to ensure service is reestablished. Let's look at 3 typical underground installation methods. 1. Boring. 2. Trenching. And 3. Inserts. Once the BGE work is completed, your contractor will verify that you have service. Your part is all done. Enjoy! Your request is complete, but there's still work to be done. BGE likely performed temporary restoration during the installation or relocation of your service and meter. Later, depending on the weather and the season, BGE will return and permanently restore grass and concrete areas on your private property. BGE will perform permanent restoration on public sidewalks and roadways, in accordance with our agreements with the municipality. Many factors impact permanent restoration, and the process can take months. We appreciate your patience. Building over BGE gas and electric lines and equipment goes against BGE standards. In the event of a fault in an electric service or gas leak, BGE crews will be unable to access the equipment to ensure continued safe operations. You can be held financially responsible for the relocation of any of BGE's equipment obstructed by the build-over.